My friends, I'm still angry. I'm not going to get on here and pretend that I got over it, that I just stopped being angry, because there's a lot more going on. This is a continuation of last night's video where I was very fired up. I can't promise that I won't do that again, but hell, sometimes that's part of my charm now, isn't it? Thank you guys for allowing me to be angry and even encouraging my anger. And even the one guy that told me to stop looking so nervous sometimes. Look, I'm sorry. I'm new to politics. I'm doing my best here. And you know, it's kind of a scary move when you're a trucker running around in Trump land speaking out against Trump nonsense and Republican bullshit. And it's kind of a risky move, but somebody's got to do it, and I might as well be the guy. So my friends, like I was saying, I'm still angry. I am not happy about the events of yesterday in Madison, Wisconsin. I did not know that I was going to be made more angry by a Democrat politician, but I'm not afraid to call that out. My friends, I'm a registered Democrat. I am not in a cult, you understand? So when someone on my side gets out of line or says or does something fucking stupid, I'm going to get really angry about that, and that is going to be the topic of conversation today. I appreciate you guys. I've spent years in this truck yelling this stuff to myself, afraid to say it, and thank you so much for letting me say it. The last video, as planned, did get demonetized, but that's okay. I'm not trying to profit off of this tragedy. The reason I bring that up is because I saw a few of you sent in super thanks on the video. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support to the channel. I have big plans with this channel, but we got to get it all into motion. We got to get me in a place where I'm not tied to this truck all the time so I can work on those plans. And because of you guys watching my videos and so many of you sharing them out, eventually we're going to get there. So as mad as I get, I want you to know, I'm yelling at you right now, I'm sorry, I'm frustrated, but I want you to know that there is a bigger plan here. There is a bigger picture, and you guys are helping me get the word out and helping me do it. So let's cut the bullshit now and get to why I'm angry. Like I said, I will call out our Democrat politicians when they do something fucking stupid. Amy Klobuchar last night. I don't know if you guys follow me on Blue Sky. I'm gaining quite a few followers on there. I will try to remember to pin a comment with the link so that you guys have easier access to it. It's just something I forget to do. Well, I was over on Blue Sky last night, and I'm sure some of you witnessed me kind of get into her ass a little bit. Not too bad. I decided to put my phone down and just call it a night because I was getting too angry and I didn't want to just go off on a tirade on the internet for everyone to see. I have a history of doing things like that. But she had posted about the tragedy in Madison, Wisconsin. And she said, "My thoughts are with the families that this happened to." Not verbatim. I was pissed, my friends. There's a lot of reasons that come after that make me even more angry as the story goes on. But I guess we must have had some sort of entitlement cut from the federal government again, because now you only get thoughts. You don't even get the prayers anymore. Prayers are reserved for CEOs, apparently. And I believe for a brief second, those poor kids and those families dealing with this tragedy did have her thoughts. Only for her to follow it up with another post about how she was so damn proud that legislation had just been passed that will make it to the president's desk first thing in the morning, making the bald eagle the official bird of the United States. Does anybody else see what's wrong here? There's a couple things wrong here. You're telling me we can pass legislation that will end up on the president's desk first thing in the morning to be signed by the president? We know how? Then what are we doing? What are we doing? Apparently we have the ability to do this. Now, I knew that. As a truck driver, I knew that. Our politicians knew that. But they so blatantly, after saying their thoughts were with these children, told us that they could do it. You have the power to write legislation and have it on his desk first thing the next morning. Is there any other way you think we could possibly fucking use that? Any other way at all? You know the next part that bothered me about that? Bald eagles are cool, man. They're a cool fucking bird. That is a dangerous bird. Have you guys ever seen a bald eagle? They're cool. And that bird can take care of itself. Don't fuck with a bald eagle. That bird will manhandle your ass. That bird is protected by the United States government. Don't you dare fuck with that bird. There will be hell to pay if you cross paths with that bird. Okay? As cool as it is, it's just a fucking bird. Now, I'm not one of those weird guys that likes killing things. I think we should protect the wildlife too, because they're all part of the ecosystem and they're living things. They deserve to live. Yeah, I got some hippie bullshit in me, but you're telling me we can protect an eagle? But when it comes to children, we don't have an answer? Geez, we just don't know what the solution is. But that eagle, we have answers. Now, is that eagle more valuable than a human life? Is it less valuable? Is it equal? Well, that's up to you to decide as a viewer. You make that decision. But all I heard is those two things. We have the power to write legislation and put it on the desk of the president to have it signed. And that would be cause for a celebration if it did one goddamn thing to protect the child in our country. But it protected a bird and I don't give a fuck about it. Good job, I guess. You should be proud of yourself. You showed us that you have the power. You can wield the power of the government to protect things if you want to. But it depends what you want to protect, apparently. See why I'm mad about that? See why I'm fucking angry about that? They just spit in our face with that post. They said we can, but we won't. Am I wrong? Am I out of line? Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's what I heard. And then after that, because I got into her with that one. Now, she don't respond, obviously. I'm nobody, but it doesn't matter. I reposted her... It was a different thing. That's later in the story, but no, I didn't. I reposted her thoughts. I have thoughts. My thoughts go out to these people, and I reposted it, and I said something to the effect of, "What the fuck are you talking about thoughts for? Do you happen to know somebody in a position of power that could maybe do something about this? What good is it to have a politician that just gives us our thoughts, their thoughts? It doesn't do us any fucking good. Put pen to paper. Get the votes you need. Make whatever negotiations you need to make to do something. But you can protect an eagle." We just don't have the answers, though, when it comes to children. That's alarming, isn't it? So after that, she had put out a post. They're not called tweets over there, and I don't want to give Twitter any fucking credibility whatsoever. That piece of shit webpage or app, whatever it is, fucking propaganda machine. But she had put out a post after that about the Minnesota Vikings and how great they were doing. Follow my timeline of events here. My thoughts go out to the kids. Bald eagles are protected, and the Minnesota Vikings are a pretty good fucking football team, aren't they? Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some football, baby. I love me some football. If you're curious who my team is, it's the Denver Broncos. I was fortunate enough to watch the entire career of the great John Elway, and man, that man could play football now, couldn't he? Fucking legend. You ask me my biased opinion, maybe the greatest to ever play. That man, we judge that on Super Bowl rings, right? I'm illustrating a point here. I like football too, but we judge who's the greatest on football rings, right? Super Bowl rings. But that man carried teams that had no business being in the Super Bowl to Super Bowls year after year. One of the greatest, if not the greatest, to ever play the game. And I had the pleasure to watch him play that game. And never forget John Elway. Then I got to be honest with you, I skipped all the other bullshit because it was tragic to me when John Elway retired after winning his 2 back-to-back Super Bowls. I don't know anything about, Jake Plummer or Kyle Orton or Crybaby Jay Cutler, but I damn sure watched me some Tebow Mania, baby. Hell yeah, that was a fun year, wasn't it? Tebow sucked at football. Spend 3 quarters being the worst football player you've ever seen, just running the Denver Broncos into the ground. And then in the 4th quarter, he had superpowers, and he would run amok all over the other team. Comeback of the fucking century, week in and week out. Then the great Peyton Manning came to play for Denver. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, were those fucking years right there. Oh, I love watching Peyton play. Peyton and Elway, 2 different athletes right there. Peyton, that man ain't athletic at all. But my God, he's like Neo from the Matrix. He knew it was going to happen before it happened, and he tear your ass apart over it. Oh man, watching Peyton, record-setting year after they said he was injured and he was too old to play. Love me some Peyton Manning. And now the Denver Broncos have our guy, Bo Nix. Why did I just tell you all that? You guys don't care about football. Most of you don't, because I fucking love me some football too. Oh, I do. And I think we should all sit down and enjoy us a football game. Fuck yeah. Football's fantastic. It's so much fun to watch. It's been watered down, but it's so much fucking fun to watch. But as an elected official in the United States, what the fuck are you talking about football right now for? You sent your thoughts out to those kids and their family. You protected the rights of a bald eagle, and then you told us how much you love the Minnesota Vikings. Get the fuck out of here. This is the actions of our government? I'm upset. I'm offended. This is the actions of our government. This is what they're doing. They are blatantly to our faces saying we have this power. We will wield this power whenever we want, and we fucking don't want to. My head hurts. I'm going to tell you guys a little something to end this video. Because a lot of you guys have been in the comments saying that I should run for office. I promise you I should not, okay? You guys, you flatter me. I want to end the video with this. You guys flatter me so much and say you're such a good person, you should run for office. I am just a person, I promise you that. I have my morals and my principles. I very much have an angel on this shoulder and a devil on this one, all right? I would not pass the Democratic Party's purity test to run for any kind of office. I would be took into task by the media because I am no saint, my friends. I promise you that. But my bullshit, my sins are pretty much harmless. Gets me in trouble in my personal life sometimes, but we'll live, won't we? We will. But I wouldn't make it, is what I'm telling you. I wouldn't make the cut. And it's frustrating to me when I see you guys say that. Not because I don't want to bullshit you. I don't want you to think I'm somebody better than I am, okay? That's one reason. But it frustrates me because, yes, there are a lot of people out there, not just me. A lot of people out there that would have a fucking backbone, that would stand up to whatever the powers out there are and say we need to do what's right for the American people instead of what's right for the gun lobby, what's right for the CEOs, what's right for corporate interest. But those people all lived a life where they all got skeletons in their closet and they will get ran through the fucking ringer once they try to run for office. And the media will blast them, telling them about what a terrible person they are. And those people's ideas, their thoughts, the things they stand up for will never ever come to light in this country. And for me, a person that's lived a life, trust me, I have. I don't trust a motherfucker that ain't got some skeletons in their closet. You're a little too clean. What's going on with you? But the way our politics work, a guy like me, I can't run, baby. I can't run. But hell, I guess that's all I got for you. I got to get back to work. I love you guys. Thank you so much for everything we're doing around here. I'll try to do a funny video soon. Bye now.